Hey everyone, it is of course Mityr here, bringing a video that is all about incredible final boss fights. Now, because these are final bosses, I'm going to do two things. One, leave the timestamps for a specific final boss in the description and the comments below. And two, warn you for spoilers, of course. I hope that you enjoy my love letter to final bosses. Let's kick things off with the most hated game in its series, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. When I first played Super Smash Bros. Brawl, I went straight for the Subspace Emissary. I don't know what drew me to it, but I went straight for it. And I played it all through so many times. And I did play through with my brother one time, and that was a lot of fun. But when I got to the end for the first time, and I saw Taboo, oh my god, I knew I fell in love. I fucking love Taboo and his boss fight. It is one of the hardest boss fights in the series if you don't know what you're doing, which of course I didn't when I was a kid. And he kicked my ass over and over and over again. But when I finally beat him with Peach, I was so ecstatic. Now, what do I love about this boss fight? Everything. I love his attacks. They're all so unique and dynamic, requiring you to do so many things. This boss fight taught me what a spot dodge was. I didn't know that you could do that. It's so good at teaching the player basic necessities. And it has the best song in the entirety of the Super Smash Bros. Soundtrack. And I will fight anyone who disagrees with me on that. Now, in Brawl, one of my favorite stages to play on was Spear Pillar. And in Pokemon Platinum, you meet up with Cynthia to destroy Team Galactic. Just yeet them out of the region, but they succeed. They get Dialga, they get Palkia, Cyrus is happy, he's about to erase you from existence, he's about to fucking Thanos your ass. And then he shows up, Giratina. Cool as fuck guy, by the way, but he's not a final boss. And Cynthia's a league champion. I think you know who's next. In terms of Pokemon, there is no contestant for a better final boss fight than Pokemon League champion Cynthia. Her team is chock full of the most powerful Pokemon in the Sinnoh region. Her team consists of Spiritomb, Roserade, Togekiss, Lucario, Milotic, Garchomp, one scary guy. And while her team is much stronger in Diamond and Pearl, her team in Platinum is the team that she has been represented with since Platinum, and I have more memories with this champion. Soul Silver may be my favorite Pokemon game, but Platinum will always have a special place in my heart for its amazing champion. Wish more champions were like her. Looking at you, Alder. Fuck you. Now, the main star of Platinum is, of course, Giratina, and many people have theorized that he's supposed to represent the devil. But to me, I know who the devil is, and I know where the devil is. I think he's down in Georgia. I have and will always fucking love Guitar Hero. We all know the best one is Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. And we all know that the final boss, Lou, gave The Devil Went Down to Georgia the love it needed. The original song is supposed to be a battle of the instruments of some kind, but never really felt that way. The violins don't really give off the tone it needs. In this version, the solos are going back and forth, trying to outdo each other, having them play in different ears if you're wearing headphones. Some really cool shit. And on top of being one of the hardest Guitar Hero songs, it makes a memorable boss fight have a memorable outro as well.
The devil bowed his head because he knew that he'd been beat. He laid that golden fiddle on the ground at John's feet. John said, devil, just come back if you ever want to try again. I told you once, you son of a, I'm the best there's ever been. Fly on the mountain, run, boys, run. Devil's in the house, he's rising, sun. Chicken in the bread, bell, picking out dough. Grandma's don't buy no child, no.
So that's great and all, but the devil can be personified by a lot of different things. Some might consider humanity itself to be the devil. I say the devil is best personified by Colonel John Conrad.
I never could escape the reality of what happened here. That was my downfall.
Spec Ops: The Line is a game I've covered on this channel before. It can be found here. I go far more in depth into how the game forces you to lose no matter what you do and how that's a great thing. But now it's all about Conrad, the final boss, though I wouldn't call him a boss. If anything, you are the final boss, your own mind. To give a brief overview of the stakes, you must assign blame for all of the terrible things you've done. Was it Conrad or you who did it all? Looking on the situation more, I've decided that I want to save my actual thoughts on this choice in this game, but for simplicity's sake, you chose to do everything. You die, and that's that. You give Conrad the blame, then the game isn't over, it feels empty. There is no victory in Spec Ops, and I think that is the true obstacle that this final boss covers. The obstacle of the mind. It's an empty victory because you're still haunted by the shit you've done, even if you didn't have a choice. Now, since we're talking about faux final bosses, someone wants you all to themselves. So, this was a gag at the end of my Calamity Ganon video, but giving it more thought, Monika is actually a unique final boss. Now, this comes from a personal love of the game, I understand. I'm the one Doki Doki stan, and I will stand it till I die. But Monika as a final boss is unsettling. It's a high school girl that has the power of the entire space-time continuum within the game. So you have to delete her character file. That's what's so unique. Honestly, that is enough to put her on my list of fondly remembered bosses, and there's really nothing more a visual novel boss can do. But, looking back, I understand why people don't like Monika, but there is one series of games that everyone loves, Mario. And I've never actually talked about official Mario on my channel before, and it shocked me. This final boss slipped my mind.
Showtime!
This is the fight. The fight to end all Mario and Luigi boss fights. Dark Star Bowser is without a doubt a fantastic final boss that deserves to be mentioned. This fight is the only fight in the game where both Mario, Luigi, and Bowser work together in order to defeat their collective enemy, Fawful. The music, booming. The creative attacks, booming. The block dog, booming. And it is still an interesting use of both screens. When I think of Mario final boss fights, this is generally the one I think of. But what about their old competition? How did their boss fights fare? To be honest, the next fight is one that has more personal and nostalgic ties for me, but regardless, I feel the need to go fast. Is Perfect Chaos from Sonic Adventure a good boss fight?
Then no.
100% transparency. This fight is dog shit. It's pathetically easy. It's a fucking giant water snake. You hold forward. But I love this fight so much. This is the first 3D supersonic appearance with the first vocal track provided by Crush 40. No joke, Open Your Heart is in my top 10 favorite songs of all time. It used to be my favorite song of all time. And honestly, it's Open Your Heart that keeps me coming back to this fight, even if I play the Sonic Generations one more often. Now, let's get away from a cramped, flooded city to some vast deserts with blood-stained sands. Senator Armstrong is a man who needs no introduction. He's played college ball, at the University of Texas. His blood is pumped with nanomachines, son. And I'd say that you don't want to fuck with this senator. Okay, the Metal Gear fight before Armstrong himself, pretty good. Probably the weakest in the game, still really cool. But Armstrong himself?
Ready or not, Jack, here we go!
Man, oh man. Fire all around you. Broken down Metal Gear in fucking pieces that he just chucks at you. And you have to use blade mode to cut it down. And then you take a swipe at his head. You can do this really cool spin thing. I don't know what that's called. He drops health. It's all cool. I love this boss fight. I really do. This boss fight is amazing. It's so thrilling. He charges at you. You start fucking... Oh man. The footage speaks for itself. If you've never played Metal Gear Rising, you need to change that. You need to go and play this game. And another game you need to play after that is Ocarina of Time. You didn't think this would be a boss fight video without me talking about Ganon, would you? Did you really think I was not going to bring up Ganon in a final boss fight video? You're right. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the outro. I know, I have an outro now. It's really good. Well, it's not good, but it's a start. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to have a relevant image with a relevant song. Simple shit. And I thank you guys for watching. I know this has been months and months in the making, but I finally got the time to record it today. And this is the date that this was done recording. It's on screen right now. This is unscripted. I'm just making this shit up as I go along right now. So, with that said, thank you guys for watching. Go away. It's over. The video is done. Go away. Shoot. I stream every day on Twitch, except Saturdays and Sundays.
Dragovich, Kravchenko, Stein. These men must die.